Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Michi Makes Up. Today we're going to take a look at the two new Dior Quints, Romantic Voyage and Golden Day. These two were released a week and a half apart, so that's why I have two boxes. I don't know which contains which one, so why don't we do a bit of unboxing together in this video, and then we'll go through, swatch the Quints, do some comparisons, and a demo with one of them. For those of you who are not aware, these Quints are listed incorrectly on the website. So I'm looking at the website right now, and they have Romantic Voyage listed as a taupe and dark purple shades, radiant pink and ivory hues, which is a correct description of the color story, but they're showing a picture of Golden Day, just so you guys know. And then if you hop over to Golden Day, it's described correctly. Golden Day is golden brown shades and an intense black tint, but the picture they show is of Romantic Voyage. When you go on to order these Quints, if you're interested, just go by the actual listing of the product rather than the photo, because when I ordered Golden Day originally, I actually ended up ordering Romantic Voyage. It's very confusing. My friend Eileen kind of went on this whole journey down the rabbit hole to get Dior to notice that the error was made on their website and to correct it. So she was on several phone calls with them. You know, she documented some of this on her Instagram and she talked about it in her videos. All that to say, I think they realized they made a mistake, but it hasn't been changed on the website and it's been several days. So I don't know what's going on there, but Eileen, if you're watching, thank you for going through everything that you've done to kind of clarify this for all of us. It was obvious, it was obvious to us it's a mistake, but not sure what's happening on the Dior side and when they plan to have this fixed. But if you ordered Golden Day and got Romantic Voyage or vice versa, you can use Dior's return policy and get a refund that way. And I have used that policy before, which was good. They're pretty quick about refunding you. So why don't we move on to the unboxing? So this came in first. So I want to say this one is going to be Golden Day. We'll see. And if you're not familiar with Dior ordering from their website, they have this complimentary gift wrapping. So these boxes do change seasonally. For a while, I've been getting the ones with the gray lettering, and the box have that pebbled texture. Recently, the orders have been coming in this gold foil lettering, and the box has the same texture. The ribbon has also changed a bit. Previously, the ribbons were, of the satin, but it also did not have the gold printed. So now, it's the gold version. And then my other box I just opened, it also had a different ribbon. It's more of a chiffon with, very pretty, that Christian Dior detailed. It's not quite sequencing, but it kind of looks like it. Yeah, it's really, really thoughtful and pretty. So that's something you do get when you order from their online website. With every order, you do get a pouch with your selected samples inside, and you get to choose two with every order. If your order is of a certain amount, you also get to pick a travel size. And if you order during certain events like Mother's Day, they will also give you additional kind of gift sets to go along with it. I think if your order meets a certain minimal amount. So this time I chose actually two perfumes, Sakura, and this is Eau d'Ispahan. I'm not saying that right. At all. So this has kind of a musky, a white musk scent to it. And Sakura, I actually already have a sample of it previously, but I wanted to get another one. The Sakura one is a soft, not quite sweet, but it's almost hinging on being sweet. It's this soft floral scent. I think this is my favorite scent from Dior, the Sakura one. So our main star of this box is going to be the Quint, and let's see. Okay, I did get Golden Day. So yes. Here it is, and this is correct. So the box that Golden Day comes in is correct. The only error that you guys are seeing is what's on the website. I think in terms of the product itself, once it comes in, it's going to be the correct quint. And Golden Day versus Romantic Voyage. Golden Day definitely captured my attention because of, I'm drawn to gold shades. I think this glitter shade is also really interesting. But this shade here, I think it's going to be a beautiful, that camel brown. Maybe cooler than that. Maybe not quite a camel brown. I see a little bit of a pink undertone. We'll see. We'll swatch and we'll see what that's like. This other box is definitely going to be, inside is Romantic Voyage. And the sample I picked is, oh, this is actually, you know, it's kind of cool. It comes in this separate box, but it's their Dior Addict Stellar Shine. And there are 4 sample shades total. Really cool. And also a brush inside for you to try. But I love how they gave it to you all in this like box. I'll probably include this in a future giveaway. And I must have forgotten to pick another sample because I don't have anything else in the pouch or in the box. Okay, well that is okay. I don't mind that. And this is correct too. So the 2 numbers, because every quint has the name but a number preceding it. Golden Day's number is 569. Romantic Voyage is 749. And this is Romantic Voyage. Even though the shades or the color story from Romantic Voyage and Golden Day are not the same, but the vibes kind of remind me of the latest Chanel quads. So I'll definitely take those out so we can compare. I mean, it's not going to be the same, but it's just that one is brown and golden, the other is purpley mauvey, which is exactly what Chanel's quads are. So yeah, I'll take them out. We can do some comparisons. Let's move on to swatches. Starting with Golden Day, we have, this is like the top gold shade that has a foil metallic texture. This is the golden shimmer shade, the satin matte brown, and this is the center mauve metallic. This is really pretty. Put a second application. Really pretty. And I'll swatch the glitter shade and add an application on top. And then I'm going in for that matte black. Nice and smooth, this matte black here. I think it swatches well, and it looks like it's gonna blend decently too. We'll see. Really important with the black, and you know, to a lesser extent this matte kind of satin brown. These 2 textures are different from each other. This is creamier, and actually if you get too much product like I did here, there's like flakes kind of falling. The matte black, however, is more powdery, but not in such a way where you get a lot of kick up and it makes a mess. Because you can see my swatch here, there's not, you know, there's no fallout underneath. And that's going to be important because when you work with a matte black or a deep matte shade, you don't want fallout. It can cause a mess really quickly. And especially right now, I have my makeup done already, besides eyeshadow, and, you know, and blush, but my foundation, everything is set. I definitely don't want to go back and clean up under the eyes. Moving on to Romantic Voyage, we have the top 2 shades first. So this is that frosty pink and the glitter shade next to it. The glitter shade is more white, and I thought there might be some pink undertone to go with like the color story, but it's actually more like a frosty white. And this is the center metallic satin, really pretty. And then we have the first deep shade, and this is a matte shade here. This color appears on camera maybe almost black initially, but it actually is kind of brown and purple. And we have the second deep shade. This one is not blending out as nicely, but the texture does remind me of this matte shade up here. This one definitely is more like burgundy. The two are fairly different, but I think the idea is similar. So while the color stories between Golden Day and Romantic Voyage are different, they do kind of have the same concept. So the texture of the shadows is what I find to be the same. These two top shades, you have one that is metallic and satiny. The other is going to be a light glitter shade. The center shade here is going to be a metallic satin, and it's kind of interesting how they both are like on the spectrum of being purple. Then we have the two bottom shades here that are the matte shades, and even the texture of those two are similar between the two Quints. Let's move on to the demo, and then we can do all the comparison swatches at the end. So I decided to create a look with Golden Day because I think it matches what I have on today more than Romantic Voyage. And I'm first going to go into this shade here and place it just above the lash line. Very pigmented. And I'm just placing the shade. I'm not going to do any blending just yet. Then I'm going into this center shade here and putting that above that brown shade. And I'm going to blend the two at the seams at least. Then taking this golden shade here, I'm placing that above our kind of pinky satin and then building it across the crease. And using a pointed pencil-like brush, this is Sonia G's Pencil Pro, I'm dipping it into the matte black. And we're going to use it as eyeliner. I'm going to blend some of that upwards to give the eye more dimension. And then going in with my finger, I'm going to pop this glitter shade in the middle. Let me repeat all of these steps on the other side, then we'll come back for the rest. All right, so I want to test if I have a lot of fallout on the bottom, like lower lash line. From what I can see, I don't think so, but we'll put it to the ultimate test with a Q-tip cleanup. Not much. I mean, I wouldn't consider this as anything. There's like a bit of brown, a little bit of black on this side, but that is it. Good. All right. So if you make sure to tap off excess and even dab it onto a towel or a tissue and then apply it, I think you can safely bypass any kind of severe fallout, which I was really concerned about initially, but you know, all that has been put to rest. So let me put on some eyeliner. And I'm going to use Beauty Counter's Precision Liquid Eyeliner. I love this. And then I'll put on some mascara, then we'll truly come back for the rest of the look. I'm taking Milk's Lip and Cheek Cream Blush and putting that on my cheeks. I'm adding some of the cream blush here because I am going out later and I want to have a more like flush look. I'm actually going to be outdoors, so I just want, you know, more of a overall glow with pigment. Just look like I've been in the sun for a little bit without actually having done that just yet. And I will add a little bit of highlight. I'm using Westman Atelier's. This is the Light Up Stick in the shade Nectar. So I'm just using my finger as well. But you can certainly use a brush to apply this. For lips, I'm taking Merit Beauty's cheek shade in Terracotta. This is actually new. I ordered another cheek shade because I love the other one that I got so much, which was Beverly Hills, and then another tinted lip oil. These are just lovely products. I will do a video talking about lip products for the summer, and I'll definitely feature these, but I'm actually going to put the cheek shade as a base color on my lips. The great thing about cream products is if you can use it on your cheeks, you can use it on your eyes, your lips. And so I'm doing exactly that. And then I'm going to apply the tinted lip oil. This is in the shade Au Naturel. Then we're going to add in some bronzer. I'm using Victoria Beckham's Matte Bronzing Brick. Since I already have like a glow from my highlighter, the blush, and also just the foundation, I don't need to add anything else that has like a sheen or a glisten to it, so a matte powder is just perfect. I'm using the deeper shade for a more noticeable contour. So this is the finished look. I've stuck with fairly neutral colors with like some golden, sheen on the eyes and an all over glow. This has been my go-to look with that like all over glow in the past couple of weeks. And I think just being that it's summer, I'm really leaning towards cream products and anything that feels lightweight but gives me color, a little bit of glow that's not going to fall apart when I'm in the heat. And since I will be outside for a couple of hours and there will be perspiration, I know anything I have on my face and my lips, I'm not gonna, it's gonna last. While these two I am wearing not for the first time, but these are new. I have previously tested the same products in different shades several times, and I just know they're gonna last. This tinted lip oil is the most comfortable product I have. It beats my Victoria Beckham Posh lipsticks, which I always talk about how comfortable they are, but these are just the best. The best pigment for a tinted lip oil, and really it's kind of, I treat it like a gloss, but it just has really great pigment. So let's move on to the comparison swatches. I have taken out 2 Dior Quints in my collection, in addition to the Chanel quads that were just released. I have Pink Sakura. This was released end of winter, early spring. And then we have Cruise Look, which is new. And this had come out like just weeks before Romantic Voyage and Golden Day. You can see that the color story here is not going to be too similar to the 2 new ones, but I think some of the textures I'm interested in swatching for you guys. And I just also want to say that Golden Day reminds me the most of Grand Ball, which is a non-limited edition quint from Dior. I'm just looking at it on the website right now because these 3 shades and the looks you can create from it, I feel like it may be dupeable from Grand Ball. Grand Ball has a very deep brown shade instead of a black. You can basically substitute what you would do with this shade with that, matte brown shade. And then this glittery shade here that has like, kind of like a golden, like a cool golden to it. I feel like Grand Ball has something similar to offer. And even this shade, which is Peachy Golden Warm, I think they have a cooler version or something like it on Grand Ball as well. I'll put a photo up so you guys can, compare. And next time I get into this quint, I want to use and focus on these 3 shades because as I was working with them today, I feel like you can get the most natural, smoky, and yet still interesting look very easily. So I want to test that out next time. And for swatches, I do want to swatch these two shades here and maybe that center pop of color. So these are the three. These three shades, and again, I don't think, you know, they're dupes of what you can find here, but the texture from Cruise Look, if you like the center, the metallic, the creamy metallics, basically Cruise Look is going to be, you know, all the shades are metallic, creamy. They either have a very noticeable kind of metallic quality to them, or they're more satin. So if you like metallic satins, Cruise Look is the one here, and they definitely have used some of those formulations in the new Quints, particularly, you know, this top shade here on both Romantic Voyage and Golden Day. And for Pink Sakura, let me hold up Romantic Voyage. I think you're gonna instantly feel like they look very similar. Not quite exact dupes, but very similar vibes. So I will swatch the entire Quint. So this is Pink Sakura. I think overall the color story is much more purple than Romantic Voyage. Nothing from Romantic Voyage, maybe except this shade here, the center shade, really reminds me of Pink Sakura once it's swatched. And I know they look very similar, but I wouldn't even say they're sister palettes, really, because this glittery shade here has a pinky purpley undertone, and also it shifts to pink and purpley bits. Whereas on Romantic Voyage, this is much more white, and yeah, I wouldn't even say there's like a hint of maybe some. And on Romantic Voyage, this here might have like a tinge of purple because of the sparkly bits in it that kind of sparkles to pink, and maybe like a little bit of purple, but it is nothing like this shade here. So there are enough differences where by the time you swatch it, they really look different from each other. And with the Chanel comparisons, I'll put Lumiere and Golden Day side by side. Not really, you know, again, not really similar in terms of shades, but I think we can do some comparisons anyway. So I'm gonna have to use this arm. So this is Chanel Lumiere, and then this is Dior Golden Day. I think this shade here and the gold up here is probably what's most similar, but really that's it. I think these are two different palettes and really two different color stories altogether. Then here is Romantic Voyage next to Douceur. Maybe some similarities in these two shades at the bottom. I'm just not used to swatching on onto my right arm. I'm having some precision issues here. So this is Chanel's Douceur next to Romantic Voyage. I think it carries a similar idea to Romantic Voyage. You have two deeper shades and a really deep shade here. Like Romantic Voyage has the shade, and then these two are lighter. So I can see myself using the shade to buff out seams like I would with the shade from Chanel. And then between this shade here and possibly maybe mixing it with this shade or this shade paired with this shade, I could build a very similar look that I did with Chanel. So maybe I'll do that. When I make my dedicated video of Romantic Voyage, I will create a look in the same way that I did with Chanel's, and let's just see how similar they turn out to be. So while the color story When you put them side by side, they're certainly not the same, and none of the shades are really dupes of each other. I do think they have similar ideas. And then on top of that, the Dior Quint has like a 5th shade for you to use. So thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in any of the cream blushes I used to put together this look, check out my cream blush collection video. In it, I look at and compare all of my cream blushes that I have in my collection. Let me know below what you think of these new Quints compared to the Chanel Quads. And if you do plan to purchase, just know on the website, the Quints are labeled correctly in text. They just have the wrong image to go with them. They're reversed. I will have all the information below. See you very soon in the next one, and if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and ring the bell to get notified every time new content is released. Bye.